Hey there YouTube, it's Math Bowler with a very rare Thursday video. I've been doing 3 videos a week for a long time, but I'm going to do a 4th one this week because, as I had alluded to earlier, the original one, Frank Thomas, whenever I'd sent 2 cards and a $10 donation, which I send to him a few times a year with his donation, he had wrote a letter back indicating that he was in need of some cards. I was having a little bit of trouble reading his note, but I went ahead and I was able to decipher that he needed a 1956 Topps card. So I'm trying to show this a couple times with the hope that this will be a thumbnail. But I sent him a 1956 Topps card, and with the saying you don't have to send anything back. I know you need this for a reason, and he sent me back this really nice thank you note. And while we're at it, I mean, most of you in the TTM community know about SCN and SCF, where you can easily find this gentleman's address, but he's a super nice guy, and he sent me this very appreciative note. I was able to decipher about, realistically, half of it. And, there's a friend who's in need of it, and it's like, oh boy. So I was having a little trouble figuring it out, and a subscriber had commented on one of my previous videos, and I'm going to give him an appropriate shout out here, 7 Out Productions, that this was bugging him so much that he himself went ahead and called him. And Frank Thomas, being the nice gentleman that he is, told him about the letter that both 7 Out Productions and myself was having a tough time deciphering. And a 75-year-old collector and fan had lost all of his Frank Thomas cards that he had accumulated over the years. And according to that note that he had sent me, Frank Thomas said this 75-year-old fan and collector, the cards were literally stolen by a so-called friend. And at the moment, he's in need of the 1954, 1955 Bowman cards. He's also in need of the 57, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 Topps. Pretty much, he had a 58, and I sent him a 56. Now, 7 Out Productions is going to send a 60 and a 61. I already sent a 56, and he already has a 58. So that does leave some of the cards. Now, there is a postcard. There might be other vintage cards I'm missing out on, but I know there's a lot of other cards, more recent cards, like this Upper Deck card of Frank Thomas. There's actually a lot of other types of cards, more modern type cards of Frank Thomas. So long story short, folks, let's help out Frank Thomas, who has been such a gracious member of the TTM community. He sends you a signed card in addition to whatever you send. He's a $5 donation. It goes to charity. He legitimately appreciates fan mail. I've seen people on Facebook groups comment who apparently know Frank Thomas, who said that, he was a little bit bummed out. He's only getting a couple letters a week, so please send that fan mail in because he appreciates it. So, in the comments below, please type away whatever cards you can send to him. If you have a 62 lying around, type in the comment below so we can kind of see what hasn't been sent to him yet, because if he's trying to help out a friend, a collector friend of his, let's do that for him. So I didn't make a list of all these, but these are relatively cheap cards to begin with overall, so financially speaking it's not as big of a deal as maybe spending about $8 to $10 per card. Well, actually the Bowmans would be a little more expensive, but anyway, so in the comments below, type in whatever you'd like to send to him. Thank you 7 Out Productions. I can't thank you enough for actually taking the initiative to call him, because whenever Frank Thomas sent that letter, it's so sad. 75-year-old, from California, had his card stolen by a so-called friend. I mean, that is terrible. So let's help him out. Comment below what cards you can send to him, and let's help this guy out. I think I'll post this video or a link to, or I'll ask somebody to post this link. Maybe you could post this to a couple TTM groups. Help out the original one, Frank Thomas, who's been such a good member to this community. He always writes you a thank you note and sends you an extra card. So let's see what we can do here. I hope this works out. I guess I could have just posted this to a TTM group and people could just comment below there too, but we can do both. Alright, I mean, if he ends up getting 3 1959 Topps cards, wonderful. Seriously, we can't do enough for him. So let's see what happens. As always, folks, I appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I upload 3 videos a week, a TTM video on Monday and an autograph or trading card video on Wednesdays and Saturdays. This was obviously a very special one because he deserves it. Take care, everybody.